that came up with a list of stores. The rest of them said they weren't in. They had to be in the reservoir footprint area. It could be a watershed town, but still not be in the footprint of a reservoir watershed. So if you take where we're saying or any of those, they're not really in the footprint of a watershed. So anyway, the four supervisors, me, Woodstock, Shandaken, and Denning, are going to bring up the fact that whatever money is left over, that they bring the criteria down a little bit, and then we'll go from damage to constructional damage to equipment damages, and then inventory damages. That's what we want. Whether we get that or not, I don't know. But that's a question that hasn't been decided at this point. There's going to be money left over. Yes?
When we're talking about CWC, is there any thought or chance of us getting money from CWC for our own highway road repairs?
No. Not under this program.
Not under this program, but...
No. Well, they have stream bank restoration and that sort of programs up there too, but that's a whole different ball of wax. That goes on all the time. They probably won't be grants, but they could be grants. This is an outright grant. You get it, you have it, you don't have to pay it back.
Well, it's an unusual situation, and they got the pocketbook.
It's all hashed out when we get up there. They didn't really figure it out what they were going to do, because this program, I got to give CWC credit for, is a brand new fund that they put together with city money, and it was because of Boyceville, Benicia, Stamford, Margaretville, wherever they're. As you go up the line, the damage gets worse and worse and worse. It's in Stamford. If they didn't have something like this, you wouldn't have a town of Stamford, I don't think. I think there was 3 buildings left that were still usable, and one of them's a sewage treatment plant. Not much use when you don't have anybody there. Okay. I'd like to announce that Election Day is November the 8th. Polls are open from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. October 13th is the proposed public hearing on the proposed local law number 1 to override the tax levy. That's a public hearing on the law. That doesn't mean we're going to pass the law. You have to have this stuff done under time restraints, the way it looks now. We probably will stay below the 2%, and the reason for that is if we don't have to borrow money, if we have to borrow money to take care of the Bushkill, we're probably going to go over. They are talking, now that we have our consultants here, they are talking the total bill of, for the town, the 12.5%. It's going to be around $300,000 to $400,000. Hopefully FEMA will come along and pick up more than 80%, but that's why we hired our consultants. They're going to do the job to see that we get as much as we can get. I don't know if I should tell you the bad news. The bad news is that FEMA isn't automatically going to pay for everything that's in that stream to have it taken out. They determine that it's not a future danger, that log dam that is put up on the side, and they feel that it's not going to be endangered by another storm, they're not paying for it. They also have to give right-of-way sign to go on people's private property. We're also hassling a little bit with the county, but quite frankly, and don't take this the wrong way, there's nothing up on the Bushville that really belongs to the town of Olive other than it's in the town of Olive. The road is the county and they fixed it, no doubt about that. The two bridges, two big bridges, are county bridges. Talked to them today, they've got 5 bridges in the county that are completely out, so they haven't gotten up here yet. And the rest of it is private land or DEP or DEC. So anybody that's dealt with DEC knows that that isn't just a simple little meeting where you go in, everybody signs papers and you walk out. It goes on and on and on. If everything isn't taken out, that would be my recommendation was we either go in there and clean it all out. If you can't do that, then we can't do that. But to leave these.
Can't hear you over here, Bert.
To leave these, how about now, okay?
Thank you.
To leave these batches of trees and stuff that they, if they declare, not dangerous, why then we're gonna have a little trouble. But that's what we got the consultant for. He's supposed to be good at what he does, and I'm sure he is. There's a few arguments they won already, and I'm hoping for the best. But like I said, we have to go out and borrow even 200,000, 300,000, whatever. I think the county should be in on this, not just us. I mean, it's their 2 bridges, basically. And as far as DEP is concerned, they promised us that they were going to be in 2 weeks ago, but now it's next week. And they're going to do from Route 28A, that new bridge, up to their property line, which is roughly across from Davis Park. And they're going to clean it out, and they're going to do whatever they want to do, I guess, as far as dredging it out, which is we can't do that. We need another permit for that. But hopefully they do that, because the way it is now, where the water is going all the way over to the Boyceville side of the bridge and tried to wash the road out, which is kind of ridiculous. But yeah.
Any thought of asking the Corps of Engineers? We've had them here once before under the Denman administration.
They were here. They, in fact, when they closed up shop in Shandaken, they came down. They were going to Binghamton. They were told to get up there because they were evacuating people out of a nursing home, I think 400 of them. And, well, anyway, they came down with FEMA, and Bruce and Jimmy was with you, I think.
Yeah.
They went up Watson Hollow, and I and the other one, FEMA guy, we went up into Traber Hollow, so, or Haver Road, I'm sorry. And he said no.
Well, the guy from FEMA said, or actually 2 guys from FEMA. The 2 guys in the car, the guy from the Corps and this regional director from FEMA said, well, they were kind of nondescript, and the other guy said he didn't think it looked too promising. So I don't expect to see the Corps of Engineers come in here. They were impressed by what they saw, but then they went from here up into the Binghamton area and Prattsville, and they got really impressed. So their comment was they weren't too optimistic about coming in here. And another thing that's kind of an interesting fact is that if the Corps comes in, they come in and they do a first-class job, but they don't come in and do it for nothing. You pay for it. Now, FEMA picks that up, but if the Corps comes in and does a $10 million job, you still got 25% of that $10 million to pay. It's not like the Corps comes in and does it for free.